I think a lot of the leaders in Europe know very well what's going on, but they just can't muster the domestic political capital to openly support it. So they're playing a back channel game of either explicitly or tacitly accepting what Israel does, but publicly condemning it and even undermining it.
I think you're 100% right. That is the biggest issue, and having the moral courage to actually define the problem. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of, if you put blindfolded people into a room with an elephant and each person gets to feel the elephant and they try to describe it without knowing what it is, that's a similar situation. They're all describing different parts of the same entity, but nobody is able to take the blindfold off, take a step back, and say, oh, it's a big green elephant. And it's threatening to take over our lives, our institutions, our countries. It's threatening to erase our culture, our
Mm-hmm.
legal system, our democracy, our type of governance, our welfare systems. It's threatening to do all that. But at this stage, the really issue here is political courage and leadership, with the ability to say, well, I don't like this. This isn't what our grandfathers and many generations before fought for. This isn't what Europe is about. And this must change. And to take hard action, which at some times the action that is needed will be contrary to some of the underpinnings of democracy. But this is a democracy or a democratic society that needs to fight for its survival. And it needs to choose, are we going to sacrifice a little bit of the margins of the current limitations in order to save our system? Or are we going to say that we prefer to keep the system whole and then allow an external threat that currently is growing in Europe to actually take over and become dominant? When you look at the situation in Belgium, in the UK, to a certain extent in Sweden,
Yeah.
and in a few other places, it is extremely severe and it is maybe one generation away from takeover.